Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel again, and that's my £1.99 pen. Yes, right. So we are back again. As I've decided, in the previous video I was thinking maybe some of you, not all of you, some of you might start thinking that this is what ccna is. So I actually thought maybe it's better to complete the story rather than leaving it in there. So anyone who's new to my videos, please, you can go to my playlist and go to what was it, yeah, networking fundamentals, and from there you can follow my videos, and they are in ascending order, not descending, yes, ascending order, like going up, and you can follow my videos through there. So let's crack on with it. Right, so in the previous video I said that these things, apart from IPv4 addressing, is a small part of it. Everyone should know them. So, I mean, cabling issues, TCP, UDP. You would expect every network engineer or support engineer to know at least some about these things. But anyone who is new or who has been in the field or who are at entry level, these videos are really aimed at entry level people. But then again, if someone who is a senior from another area of IT, like if they are from, let me name it, programming, or if they are from gaming, design, and they want to learn a little bit about networking, they can watch these videos and they can see the terminology in case, if they see and will say, oh, what the heck is VLSM? And what is there's so many RSTP and STP. Yeah, so remember, STP can be two things. So STP is basically spanning tree protocol in the highest sense, but then again, STP is UTP and STP cables, so don't mix and match them. So there's other terms as well, other protocols and bits and pieces. So yeah, so these are the things which are involved in 200.301. Someone who is trying to put their hands on CCNA and furthermore in CCNP, Cisco studies or normal network engineer, especially Cisco's, they should know this area. So just cabling issues, watch my previous video, TCP, VLSIM. So I'm going to carry on. We stopped at CLI, which is command line interface. And when I say command line interface, it's a big scenario. Brothers and sisters, gentlemen, ladies, and people from all over the world, this CLI is a big area to visit. And when I say a big area, it's a massive area. And there's massive protocols in it and configurations in it, and you name it. So, right, next thing that we would be looking at is how to check your IP settings. So you should know that as well. How to check IP settings of your computer or in your router and your network IP settings. So if someone gives you a map, supposedly, obviously with your own one you know, but if someone changes your existing network to a more advanced network, so you as a network designer should know where your IP settings are, otherwise you'll struggle a lot. So how to check IP settings. Sorry about my writing, it's getting weirder and weirder and weirder. Right. So next thing is but I don't know whether you know or not. So here some people call it power over Ethernet, point over Ethernet. It's a very important topic, everyone. So advanced and obviously config to that configurations and how to troubleshoot it. It's all about troubleshooting. You get money for troubleshooting. You get money for troubleshooting networks, troubleshooting Windows, troubleshooting Windows 10, troubleshooting Linux, you name it, and it's gonna be there. Troubleshooting cloud, and not that cloud which is in the sky. I mean cloud, data cloud. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. Yes, right. So just keep this in your brain that you have to work on these topics as well, apart from learning with IPv4, because that's going to be a long journey. IPv4 subnetting in itself is a long journey, but if you can learn other topics as well, that'll be very beneficial, right? So when we say power over Ethernet, let's go to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, I say that a lot, right? Routing tables or routing tables, very, very, very important. When I say very, very, very important, and routing table in itself is a big C. So knowing about routing tables and how would they interact in Windows, Linux, etc., etc., very important. So routing table is another topic. Right. Anyone from previous experiences would know about CWNA. Anyone knows? Cisco Wireless Network Administrator. Thank you so much. Right. When I say CWNA, it means wireless technologies. Everyone is so important. Nowadays, everything is everything is running in this. So there's a topic on wireless networks, and then when I say wireless networks, you are talking about wireless security as well. Wireless security, do not worry. I'm not telling you to be certified ethical hacker or CEH or CHFI. I mean, you can do it. Yeah, it's slightly advanced from EC Council, but what my suggestion is, at least do a small read through, or Security Plus for CompTIA, S Plus Security Plus CompTIA. I don't recommend, but I would say it's a good idea. My recommendation is that you can actually learn a little bit about security, keep focused on ccna at the time being. But if you can manage, if you have spare time, Security Plus is a good certificate to have. Even if you don't get the certificate, learn about Security Plus, very important. So yeah, so wireless security, and then apart from that, anything to do with wireless and especially 802.1q, 802.1ac. I don't really want to confuse you. There's a lot going on in there, and I usually make very simple videos. I don't mean to be very technical, because it gets more and more challenging for people to understand it. Right. So, right. What other things we are talking about? I was just thinking about this one. VLAN. Right. When I'm talking about VLAN config, it is so important, and it's a part of serious practical network designing. If you're working for a firm in England, America, Pakistan, you name the country, wherever you are, if you are weak in VLAN configuration, there's a less chance that you will be promoted, or there's a less chance that you will stay in networking. So, I mean, I might be opinionated, but yeah. So VLAN config, VLAN tagging. Again, too much cough. No, I think yeah. So that's another important topic, VLAN config. But remember this. This is my suggestion. Do not take this easy. Maybe if you can give about half an hour in 2 or 3 days solely dedicated to this topic. It doesn't matter whether you pass your CCNA or not at the end, but if you pass this part, VLAN configuration, VLAN tagging, you will get a networking job. You will get an entry level networking job somewhere, somehow. They will take you in the interview if you are strong in it. I mean, if you can do VLAN config, you can do network support. Right, there we go. IPv4 subnetting, that, a bit of DHCP, DNS, a bit of, networking software. You can at least end up in first or second line support, network support. Yeah, so never be disheartened and carry on trying, right? And obviously there's other factors that you need to learn. Driving, you need to have a nice, not nice, I would say decent car, and negotiation skills when you're at workplace, etc., etc. Right, let's come back to the topic. Other thing is, as I said, 802.1q, again native VLAN, more concepts thrown at you, native VLAN, and then very important iOS commands. Yeah, these are the topics where I'm saying that you really need to nail them. Especially, it's aimed at university students or someone who's going into entry level. People who have been in IT, they know a lot of these concepts. So, yeah. So for them, these videos might be like small ice lollies, and then they'll be like, oh, they might not even be useful. But then again, somewhere, somehow, if I can connect to someone, and tomorrow, if they become something, everyone will become something, but if they become something, I would be the happiest person in the world, because somewhere, somehow, I have given the broken knowledge that I have to someone. So yeah, so iOS commands very important. And then after that there is more. So knowing about layer 2 and layer 3. Knowing about when I say layer 2 and layer 3, we are talking about OSI layers or the TCP/IP model. There is no other model at the moment I'm specifying. So models, I did make a small video many months back on OSI. If I have time, I'll stay focused on IPv4 addressing, but if I have time, I'll make a brief video on OSI layers and TCP, because that's an important part as well. And then wireless LAN. So these are the topics that are covered in CCNA. It doesn't really mean that they will give the exam exactly on these topics. So your knowledge of IT needs to be advanced. To be honest with you, it must be an entry level qualification, but then it needs to be quite advanced, theory wise, practical wise, and I would say that much advanced that you can make a small LAN or small lab, virtual lab, that you can make, at least to end up somewhere closer to CCNA. But if someone can't, or they think it's too hard, there's other venues as well. So if you do a bit of Cisco's, then my suggestion would be take N plus CompTIA. That's an entry level qualification as well, and it's a slightly more easier than CCNA. So N plus CompTIA. Reason is I'm I'm a great fan of certificates because they really help you in nailing a job, because they can't get your capability while you're working down there. It takes years, and it depends whether you're going to survive in the job or not. But once the certificates are there, it's a standing somewhere somehow. You can challenge in a good way, not fight with them, in challenge in a good way, and work your way up. Yes. If you can't, it's completely fine. If that's what you want, then you can still keep all that knowledge with you and carry on. Right. Last but not the least, right, we are talking about. Right, so slowly, I would like to discuss some topics: access point, and then telnet. These are very basic stuff. How to do their configs, what they are. That's quite basic stuff. So yes, it's important to know about these. SSH, and when I say SSH, how to do SSH tunneling are very important. And I mean, it's probably might be really out of the topic, but then again, it will help you a lot as well. And then HTTP, that everyone knows. HTTPS. I mean, the video is getting longer and longer. What I'm saying is, these are the concepts. Base your timetable and plan according to these. If you can somewhere somehow, apart from watching my videos and doing your own homework bits and pieces, successfully, if you've been in IT before, it's fine. You do get a chance to do ccna quickly. That's the thing. But my suggestion is, do not attempt to just pass for the fun of it. These skills will go with you a long way everywhere. Anyone who can't move themselves into IT somewhere somehow, they can still teach in a school, or they can still carry these small and thin and thick skills somewhere. They're very useful, these networking skills. And at the end of the day, if they were not useful, I would not discuss them with you. So I'll see you in my next video, and hopefully that video will be dedicated to IPv4. I keep on saying that. And thank you so much for watching my videos, and bye. There we go.